So I made a video not too long ago, about a month ago. I said Pacquiao, like for the longest time in his career, he's been written off and told that he can't accomplish this and he can't accomplish that. So to your own peril, you can't underestimate him, because what he's gone on to accomplish is incredible. Becoming an 8-time world champion in 8 weight classes. I don't think we're ever going to see that. Like, no disrespect to Floyd, but there's been many boxers that have gone undefeated. But how many boxers have won world titles in literally 8 weight classes? And the crazy thing is, he could have won 2 more world titles in 2 separate weight classes. So it could have been 10 world titles in 10 weight classes. If he managed to fight in them weight classes. But for some reason, I think he missed the 115 weight class. He missed the bantamweight class or something like that. There's 2 weight classes that he missed that he could have easily picked up a title in, and then he would have been a 10-time world champion in 10 weight classes. And that's just an incredible accomplishment that I don't think anyone would have come close to. So obviously, I grew up watching Pacquiao. I remember seeing him in his prime, like when he was just before he became mainstream, when he was fighting the likes of Barrera, Morales, Marquez, all these legendary battles he got, and then he came up and he beat David Diaz, and then obviously he had the legendary super fight that everybody was disgusted in when he beat Oscar De La Hoya. Then he went down to like welterweight and he knocked out Ricky Hatton. Then he went up to welterweight again, knocked out Cotto, beat the brakes of Cotto, and then all the legendary stuff he done, beat Joshua Clottey, beat Margarito. And honest to God, like when people talk about like great fighters that they might have witnessed, like everybody mentions like Mike Tyson in his prime, and the generation before that would have mentioned like Muhammad Ali in his prime, and then the generation before that would have mentioned Joe Louis in his prime. I think for us, like people that have lived during the Manny Pacquiao era, instead of mentioning Floyd Mayweather, which they inevitably will, because he was one of the best fighters in that generation, in terms of generational greatness and something that you can actually latch onto and talk about, witnessing. I mean, witnessing Pacquiao do all that weight jumping and winning world titles in 8 weight classes is something that's never, probably we're never going to see again. So I'm hoping that Pacquiao manages to win this title against Barrios. The reason why I hope so is I don't think there's ever been a 5-time welterweight champion. He's won the welterweight title 4 times. I mean, he would be the oldest champion in welterweight history. I think no one's won it at that age. He would have beaten his own record. But I don't think there's been um, any fighter that's managed to win world titles in 5 different decades. I can't. There's been fighters that have competed in 5 different decades. I know Roberto Duran's done it, and probably a few other select few fighters like the likes of maybe Bernard Hopkins and such, who've competed in 5 different decades. But to win world titles in 5 different decades, I mean, that's just again another thing that I could say that I've witnessed in terms of the greatness of Pacquiao. But I'm hoping, win or lose tonight, that he retires and knocks it on its head. If he can go out on top, win a WBC world title, and then just call it a day, that would be the perfect way to cap off his career. That would be the end of it. And he's getting to this late career where it starts to get dangerous. Like, he's 46. Um, Obviously, he's taken a lot of punishment in his career. He's been in loads of fights. He's fought monsters, and he's managed to survive and thrive. And obviously, he's been knocked out. He's been knocked down. He's been through it all. He's actually done everything in boxing. The only thing he's not done is actually quit, which is something that I don't want to see. So, in my opinion, the only thing left for him to do is to win this title and then call it a day. Because if he continues, obviously CTE is a concern, but it's a massive concern when you're older, because when you get older, your brain starts to shrink. As your brain starts to shrink, it can hit the cranium a lot more, your skull and such. So it could cause more risk of CTE and brain injury. So I'm hoping just win this one world title, and it's a big ask to say him to do it, because Mario Barrios is a good fighter and he's younger by 16 years, and he's got all this youth. But I'm hoping he can do this and just ride off into the sunset and just call it a day on a legendary career. Tell me what you think below. What do you want Pacquiao to do? Let him win, yes.